Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have an amazing guest, Vanessa Ogden Moss. Vanessa is an international speaker, an online course coach for seven-figure earners, and an international speaker and influencer. Welcome to the show, Vanessa.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. I'm really looking forward to interviewing you today, Vanessa. And our topic today is how to earn 100k in 90 days with an online course. I can't think of anybody who would not want to earn 100k in 90 days with an online course, Vanessa. So let's get started with the show. Before I get started, I just need to share a legal disclaimer that Vanessa is not sharing legal advice or legal assistance. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, Vanessa?
Yes, all that I'm sharing today is educational only.
Thank you. We're looking forward to hearing all of your business knowledge. Can you share with our listeners a little about yourself and your business and how to earn 100k in 90 days with an online course?
Yeah, for sure. So, like you've already said, Mark, I help mainly female entrepreneurs and coaches to create their courses, and then from there to create 100k in their first 90 days with those courses without spending any money on advertising. And as well, even if they haven't got a big list or a big following, like my system teaches them to create 100,000 in 90 days with that first online course. So would you like me to tell you a little bit about how we do that?
We certainly would.
Fabulous. So if I just scoot back to when I created my course, so obviously I created a course and did 100k with it in 90 days really quickly. And what I'm going to share with you now is literally how I did it. So I didn't have a list or a big following, and literally I didn't even know what I was going to create a course on. So the first thing that I did, the thing that I did have was I had a Facebook profile, and it wasn't like massive or anything. I think it had around 1,000 people on there. It wasn't like hugely connected. But what I did was I went onto Facebook, and I started to ask my friends on Facebook, like what the main problems were. Well, the thing that I see people do now all of the time, because obviously I'm working with loads and loads and loads of people now to create the courses. And what I see people doing wrong now is people a lot of people create that course first, without asking the network, without doing any testing whatsoever. They just come up with an idea. From there, they just create a course, and they have not tested it whatsoever. So literally, when I started my online course, I did it the other way, and it just exploded. So like I was saying, I got my Facebook profile. That was it. There was nothing else. So I started to go to my network, and what I did was I looked at that network to see who the majority was. Well, the majority for me on my Facebook was female entrepreneurs and coaches and mums. So I looked at what my skill was. And my skill was, I have many skills. I could help people write books. I could help people get media. I was really, really awesome at organic lead generation. So from there, I looked at my skill set and I matched it with my current network. So like I said, I got mums on there, like local mums. I'd got female entrepreneurs and female coaches. And then I was like, right, okay, so do I want to help mums write a book? And I was like, no. Do I want to help female entrepreneurs to write a book or get media? And I was like, oh, no, I've done that. I don't want to do that in a course. So then it was like the lead generation that I'd got. So it's like, oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to go with the lead generation because, you know, that's what I felt really pulled to do. And then I was like, right, okay, so that's not lead generation for mums isn't going to work. So it was like, right, lead generation for female entrepreneurs and coaches. So that network, I matched it with that one skill, which was lead generation. And then from there, what I did was I just went out onto my profile and I asked a question. So I didn't create the course or any content like that. What I did was I went and tested the course idea. So mine was, we'd already got an agency for organic lead generation, and my son, who worked for me, had generated, I think it was about $36,000 through LinkedIn that month, using this one lead generation technique on LinkedIn. So anyway, I went with that data that I'd got for him, and I went and tested it and asked a question. So it was like, I think it was something like this, like, hey, this is a picture of my will. He's 16 years old. Who would love to know how he generated 37,000 using LinkedIn alone? And it just went crazy. I think there was like about 150 comments, and I just put a yes in the comments. And there was about 120, 150 comments, and there was all these comments. I literally went to bed when I asked the question. I got up the next morning, there was absolutely loads. So then the next day, what I did was I spent the day. Well, first of all, what I did, I created a framework for that course, and I created a package for that course and priced it. And then I went through all of those yeses that had come through on social media just from asking a question. And I went through all of those yeses, and I just went into Facebook Messenger, and I just took those people just through a pre-qualifying process, which was just like, hey, thanks for commenting on my post. So are you looking to get more leads into your business? They said yes. So I knew that they were a right fit. Now, okay, cool. So my course was going to teach them to get 20 to 30 qualified leads every month with LinkedIn into the business. So I asked them, would you like to get more leads for your business? There was yes. Then I asked them in the next question in the Facebook Messenger, if I could help you get 20 to 30 qualified leads into your business this month, would it make a huge difference? And people just started posting, oh my gosh, it will transform my business. It's going to change everything up for me. I'm going to be able to take the kids on holiday, all of this different stuff. So I knew from there that then I got a red hot lead. So then from there, I just said to them, hey, okay, cool. Let's book in a call. I'm free at 5 p.m. today. Does that work for you? And people started coming onto that call, and then from there, I sold them into then my $1,000 pre-sale package for my course, and I just went and sold them, and I literally sold 50 places in like a couple of days, and literally that was the one strategy I used to take my business to sell that course and make 100K in 90 days. So I literally used that one strategy that I just talked about to just fill that course.
That's real great advice, to actually ask your network and solve a particular problem, and don't wait. Don't build the course first, find out what the problem is and fix the problem, and then go out and get the leads. You have built a 7-figure business. You are an inspiration to so many women, helping struggling entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs that want to scale their businesses. Can you tell us, who are your clients? What kind of client do you work with?
Well, I work now mainly with women. And that's just because I just attract mainly women. Down to my branding, how I am, etc. So I attract women. I literally attract women, and most of them are mums. Like, I'm a mum, I'm a coach. I've got a course, and it's like I just literally attract those same women. So they're either entrepreneurs, coaches. They've usually got families. They're wanting to free up their time. They've got skills. It's just that they don't know. Like, some of them are coaching and they're burning out, or what we've got is some of them just do not know how to put those skills into a course and then scale it. So that's it. My main market is female entrepreneurs and coaches, and they're either they're wanting to transition from one-to-one coaching, or they're just wanting that help to put those skills into a course that they can scale.
Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business?
Right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, there's been many over the years, but if I just bring it back to courses, for me, it wasn't like some amazing, kind of like unicorn moment or anything that's positive. Mine's like a little bit of a negative, but like that was like my biggest aha moment. So I'd been coaching, and I was making really great money as a coach. But I'm a mum of six. Like, I'm mid-40s. I'm cracking on a little bit. I'm a mum of six. I've got a busy so it's a busy lifestyle, and I've got my businesses, and I was making decent money as a coach, but I'd got this kind of like fear that if I created an online course that my clients wouldn't get the results. So I kept stalling on creating an online course, and I'd just take on more and more and more clients. And I was starting to burn out. And I was working with a coach at the time, and she was really pushing me to make more money. So I was just taking more clients on, and I ended up getting really, 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 really sick to the point that I couldn't work anymore. So obviously my income crashed. My health was at rock bottom. I'm the sole earner for my family, so there was all those children to provide for. And it was like literally I was just completely burnt out. I couldn't even get out of bed. So, when you're on your back and you can't do a lot, you've got a lot of time to think about things. And it was like in those moments of just like stillness on my back where I was just exhausted and I just couldn't move and I couldn't do anything. It was like, this is where this model has got to change. So it was like my health breakdown was my biggest aha moment, because I was having like my little trigger warnings, exhaustion, feeling stressed, unhappy, just feeling completely fatigued. But I'm a business owner. I was pushing. I was trying to earn more money. I was trying to serve more people. And in the end, my health just, my body couldn't cope with it, and I just bottomed out. So my biggest aha moment for my business came from there, because it was like, Vanessa, you have got the business that everybody wants. You've got the lifestyle that everybody wants, but you haven't got the energy and the health and the wellness that everybody wants. Like literally, you've got the worst. So it was like you're creating all of this, but it's killing you. And so that was my biggest aha moment. It was like, my model is literally killing me. It will kill me if I continue. So my biggest aha moment came from that health crisis. And then from there, it forced me into changing my model, which was then when I created my first course.
Thank you for sharing that with our listeners today, Vanessa. And I'm sure our audience, there's going to be a lot of people that can relate to that, who are working really hard in jobs or working really hard in entrepreneurship. And online courses are a great way to scale your business and have less time investment. So I'd encourage all of my listeners to reach out to Vanessa. She is the queen of online course creation. What really motivates you to jump out of bed every morning, Vanessa?
Right. Okay. So what motivates? So I'll just share a little bit. So with everybody, so that they understand me a little bit. So, my son died of cancer. So I went through an horrific time where my son was really sick with cancer. He was only 5 years old, and I lost my son to cancer. And I literally, I was so ill. I ended up losing my home, going bankrupt, losing absolutely everything. And over the years, I've been on this journey over the years, and I really fell into a place of right, I know that my purpose is to help people get results. I know that is it. And so the thing that makes me jump out of bed every morning, because when I've been at my, when I'd lost my son, when I've been at my rock bottom over losing my son, is the thing that's got me out of bed in the morning. So do you know what I mean? I can relate it back to that, and it is the fact that I'm honouring my son's life by getting out of bed in the morning and helping another person, because I always believe that my son died to teach me a lesson and to get me on the path of my purpose, because I was a very different woman living a very different lifestyle to now. And it's like, I believe that he died, and from there I found my purpose, and from there I've been able to help thousands of people. So for me, in the morning, what gets me out of bed is honouring my son's life, because I believe that my son died and it put me on this path. So those days when I don't feel like getting out of bed, it's the thought of him that gets me out of bed, because I realise that there's a whole bigger picture, there's a bigger picture of why he isn't here anymore, and that it got me on my path.
That is a beautiful answer, Vanessa. And life gives us obstacles sometimes. It gives us challenges and adversity. And I'm sure that's why you're so focused, so driven, and living such a purposeful life. I can only hold my hat off to you, and you're such an inspiration. And thank you for sharing that with us. Why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
Well, I think that my service is really important, because I work with a lot of people that have got families. So the way that I help people set courses up, people can run a really, really, really part-time business, but be earning 6 or 7 figures from it. So it allows people to have the lifestyle that they want, but it allows people to have that quality time with their family. Because with most models, even for entrepreneurs, most models do not allow people to have a really quality life. People are still hustling, people are burning out, people aren't seeing their family, they're working 24/7. But with how I help people set their course up, they only have to deliver 1 hour a week. Yes, they have to get the clients on board, but we set that, so that's just 2 hours a day, and then 1 hour delivery a week. So we're looking at 11 hours a week work for a 6-figure business, or if they're scaling up to a multi-6 or 7-figure business. So it really is giving people the time back, but it's allowing people to be more connected with the family, to have that better health, to have better lifestyles, because it's everyone's getting into business to have more freedom, but most people then end up working more hours and becoming more disconnected, health gets shot, etc. So I think that my service is helping people, on that level.
And what sets your business apart, and what unique need are you filling for your clients?
I think what sets my business apart is I am purely results focused. So when someone signs up to join one of my courses are set up to get results. They're not just information. I'm not just teaching someone something. We are absolutely focused on a result, which is coming up with a course idea, getting the leads coming through, creating the course and then scaling it to 6 figures. And, and I can see that from clients that come to work with me. I'll have women that come to work with me that haven't got an idea around a course, and they haven't really got a following or anything. And within the first week, they're making 10 to 15,000 in the first week. So that proves in itself, the results that I do get are proving that my course is results based. And I really do think that is setting me apart from everybody that is creating online courses, because most people who are creating online, who are teaching to create an online course, teach people to basically create the online course. But I'm a specialist in lead generation. So mine is like creating the course, but the main focus is driving those leads through so that people actually buy it.
Can you share more details on the kinds of services and products you offer?
Yeah, for sure. So I have my 6-figure course system. So that's my entry-level program. So for anyone who's thinking about creating a course, or maybe they've got a course, but so it's either creating a course and they want to learn how to drive the leads and scale it to 6 figures, or anybody that's created a course but they're not getting the leads and they're not making any money with it, that it is absolutely perfect for that kind of coach or entrepreneur. So that's my entry level. And that's a lifetime access course with a weekly call. It's got a Facebook support community, and then the next level up from that is my 7-figure course creator mastermind, which is a 1-year mastermind where then we look at taking that course and scaling it up to 7 figures really simply.
Now, I would imagine you have all sorts of client success stories. What's one that really stands out in your mind?
I've got absolutely loads. There's absolutely loads. But one of my clients, Linda, she came to work with me. She came to me. She was recently divorced. So she'd been with like a lot of women, she'd been with her husband, she'd had 2 young children. Her children were just starting to grow up just a little bit, and her husband divorced. So Linda had really taken on the role of mother, even though she was an incredible fitness trainer. She'd taken on that role of mother for all those years. And now she was in a position where her and her husband had divorced, and now she was the breadwinner. She was the breadwinner of the household. And in her mind, she could only go and do what she knew, which was personal training. And if there's any personal trainers listening, they know they're trading time for money. And they're usually working on sociable hours. She didn't have the childcare. It wasn't going to pay her what she wanted. So she got in contact with me. She really, she wasn't techie or anything like that. Like I said, she'd been a stay-at-home mum for years. She got this skill of personal training, but she wasn't techie. She really struggled to send an email at the point when I met her. And Linda, literally jumped on board, and she just went all in. She committed 100%. And within her first 12 months, she made 351,000. And then within a couple of years, she scaled that to a 7-figure business.
Well, I think that is a very good success story. I'll have some of that. Vanessa, how do clients typically hear about you? And are there certain life moments that usually lead them to seeking you out?
Yeah, so if someone would like to go and join my free masterclass, they can do. So my free masterclass is how I created 100K with my online course without an email list, ad spend, or a big following. So they can go and sign up for a masterclass at any time. And that is at www.vanessaogdenmoss.com. Or they can come and reach out to me on Facebook. That's probably the best social media platform to come and connect with me. And they can get me at facebook.com/Vanessa Ogden Moss.
That's great. Let me just go over that question just a little bit, because I just want to give you the best interview as possible. How do clients typically hear about you, and are there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Oh, hang on, Mark. Can you say that little bit at the end again? Just explain to me. I don't get what you mean.
No worries. How do clients normally hear about you, and is there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Give me an example of that last bit. I don't get what you mean. Are you saying life or live?
Life. That's my accent. So, for example, Vanessa, is it because they're struggling in their jobs and then they normally come and find you? Is there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, cool. Go for it again, Mark.
Do you want me to ask you again? How do clients typically hear about you, and are there certain life moments that usually lead to them seeking you out?
Okay, so clients usually hear about me by either they've seen my Facebook advertising or they've seen my website, etc. So, which is vanessaogdenmoss.com, and I'd say that the life challenges that they'd be going through are usually for my people that they're not making the money that they want. They've usually invested a lot in coaching and they've got all this awesomeness, but they haven't quite pieced it all together yet, and they're starting to get frustrated at this point. And they know that they want to create a course, and then they'll come across me either by an ad or my website, etc. Or on the flip side, what I've got people that are coaches, and they're probably making great money, but the model is just burning them out, and it's not supporting them. So they know that they've got to change that model, and they need help with creating a course. So yeah, they're the two main life challenges that my people have. It's either they've got loads of awesomeness to go and share with the world, but they haven't quite pieced it all together yet, and they need that help, and they need to learn how to put it together and then make the sales for that course. Or on the flip side, it's that they're coaching and they're burning out, and they need a course to support them health-wise and lifestyle-wise.
That's great, Vanessa. We got there in the end, and I would say as well, they could have saw you on the cover of magazines or all over national press. You're very visible on social media. I find your work amazing. You're an inspiration to many, many women. Is there anything we did not cover that you would like to share, Vanessa?
We covered everything, Mark. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Can you tell our audience one more time how people can connect with you, how people can follow you?
Yep. So people can connect with me. The best social media platform is probably Facebook if they want to reach out to me. So I'm on Facebook. So facebook.com/Vanessa Ogden Moss. They can come and find me on Instagram as well, which I'm Vanessa Ogden Moss on there as well, or they can come sign up for a free masterclass at www.vanessaogdenmoss.com.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for taking time out of your day today to be on the Brilliance Business Show.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me.
You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show with your host, Mark Stephen Pooler, conversations with leading experts in business. Today, I have been speaking to Vanessa Ogden Moss, 7-figure online course coach, international speaker, influencer, and our topic has been how to earn 100k in 90 days with an online course. Thank you everyone for listening. Until next time, goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.